Hey guys, PepperAmmy here. This week we are making a vegetable biryani. It's a nice simple one pot rice dish with most of the cooking time is just a set it and forget it recipe. Now you want to start by soaking 400 grams or 2 cups of basmati rice in hot water whilst you dice 1 to 2 onions and saute that in a large pan with some olive oil. Now you want to stir this often to make sure it doesn't burn, and you want to cook it until it is soft and golden. Whilst the onion cooks, you want to dice a large carrot or 2 and a red pepper. Now I found this absolute monster of a red pepper at the shop, so I'm only going to be using 1 carrot. And then you want to add that to the pot with the onion for 5 minutes until the pepper has softened slightly. Now whilst that is cooking down, you want to prepare your seasoning mix. Now personally I'm using my pestle and mortar, but you could just crush any whole spices you wish to use with a rolling pin or something heavy just to get it all broken up. Now for the spice mix I used 1 tablespoon of cumin powder, a tablespoon of coriander seeds, but you could just use coriander powder if you wish, a teaspoon of chili powder, or if you want to sub out the heat, some paprika or sub in is fine. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, or you can use a small cinnamon stick left whole, you don't want to crush this up. Half a tablespoon of fennel seeds, half a teaspoon of cardamom powder or 3 crushed cardamom pods. Half a teaspoon of ground turmeric, which is going to give it that nice yellow colour to your rice as well. And optionally you can add in some star anise as well. I added a small pod and then a medium sized pod, or if you just got a large one you can just throw a large one in. Now any whole spices you are using, like your seeds, your cinnamon pod, your star anise, you want to give them a good toast in a dry pan. This just helps release the oils and deepens the flavour. Now if you are using your star anise and cinnamon sticks, you want to remove them from the pan after toasting and set to one side. Then you want to crush any seeds or pods just to get those nice and open and break them down slightly with the powders in your pestle and mortar or your bowl. And then place that in the pan with the vegetables along with your cinnamon stick, your anise if you're using, and 2 bay leaves. And then give that a good mix to coat your vegetables. Then finally add in 2 teaspoons of ginger paste, a litre or 4 cups of vegetable or chicken broth, and your drained soaked rice. Then mix to combine and bring to a simmer. Next you want to drain and rinse a can or 2 of chickpeas and add in a handful of raisins if you wish. Then you want to turn the heat down to low and cover the pot with a lid. Now you can place a tea towel over the top before placing the lid on, this will help seal in the steam, but as you are using turmeric here, if it does splash up or boil up, there is a high chance you are going to stain your tea towel, so just putting on the lid works just fine. You just want to keep an eye on the liquid levels in the pan. Then you want to cook this for 20 to 30 minutes until the rice is tender and little to no liquid remains. Now once cooked, you want to fish out the star anise, the cinnamon stick and the bay leaves. Then you simply want to fluff up the rice and it is ready to serve. And there you have it, a nice simple vegetable biryani, which of course you can swap the chickpeas out for some chicken or even some beef mince, but you would need to cook them before adding the vegetables to the pan. And that wraps up this week's video. As always, if you like what you saw, let me know down below with a like and a comment. If you are indeed new here, feel free to subscribe for free weekly cooking content, and I will see you all again next week. Thanks for watching.